Welcome back. Gonna be getting started here momentarily. Thanks for tuning in. I'm not bored, but I don't want to bore you. If you're totally fine with me just doing career stuff and you don't mind watching those, then cool. Other than that, I feel like, man, it's like the same stuff over and over, and I kind of don't want to put you through that at the same time. Anyway, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I've been wanting to check this out, and I don't know how far I'm going to get with it. This is going to be super, super basic. So I've gotten as far as learning how to start the thing up. And if you look down underneath here, this is the wrong view, or okay, the fans, the giant fans, right? So keep your eye on the fans there. This is as far as I've got. Okay. It requires, for me, it set me up as a dual button combination. So I need to press button 11 and then use my hat switch. Press and hold button 11 and use my hat switch. It says something will happen if I do up, down, left, and right. So there's left. And there's hat switch to the right. All the way left again. And halfway, because I want to see the insides. So they're telling me that I should have some sort of control if I do up and down too, but I don't fully understand what that one is actually doing yet. So I'm pushing forward now. Holding button 11 and pushing forward. It only looks like the right one is spinning. Holding button 11 and pushing down, and I'm not getting anything. Oh, they're both spinning. So in the controls, it says that signed. Decrease horizontal thrust vector. So this is the up and down one. Increase and decrease horizontal thrust vector. Now this is the left and the right. So, So we know that this one is rotating the thing. And I guess that the ailerons and the rudders are kind of reversed. That, like with the vertical takeoff and landing craft, the rudder might be tied to your aileron axis and your something like that. All right. So we are connected to a truck. And I'm going to request a mast disconnect.
Please disconnect from mast.
And here's where everything might go completely wrong. I don't know if you have... Can you raise your gear? Well, G's not working for gear. Okay. Press control button 11, and let's see what happens if we rotate these things up now. Okay. All right, so now we know that we're supposed to have horizontal control. So let's go this way. Oh, up. Oops. Want them pointing up. Oh. And up. Oops. So I don't really notice any at the moment. I don't fully understand the holding the button and doing the up and down. It says it's supposed to increase and decrease horizontal.
Whiskey Romeo Alpha Tree 901 Tree, you were not cleared to take off.
Wink. Oh, I haven't applied any throttle yet. There's a tiny bit of throttle. See if we can go up. Let me give it some beans for a moment. All right, I got you. I heard you. Okay. So I'm trying to make her go to the right. And I'm not having much luck. Kinda. Still love to be able to figure out how to turn this thing. Huh. Interesting. Let me get this thing to hover. At some, I mean, does it? I'm wondering if it always needs engine on, or if it will. It just, or there's a trick to doing the ballast or something that will now keep you floating. Hey, Henning, how are you? I thought I'd do something a little bit different this afternoon. Try to figure this out, maybe. I'm gonna definitely have to watch some videos because I can't figure out how to make the thing turn. I figured out kind of the up and down. So right now it does seem that we're going to need to keep some throttle into it. Oh no, getting wisdom teeth removed? Egads. Well, I hope you can recover fast, and I hope it's not a painful thing. But if I don't see you over the next couple of days or a while, I will understand, that's for sure. Oh, good luck getting through it, man. Captain? Yeah, at least 2 days, I would imagine, for sure. I have yet to get mine pulled. All right, let me pause here for a minute. I need to pause without some sound. There's a gentleman I've been watching, and he was in the controls, but let's see if he gets any different results. I don't know that... if his stuff is set... Well, I better not do it. I really want to play his video in this video while we're live streaming. But anyway, that's kind of as far as I got with the skyship right now. I guess I'll have to come back to that later. Okay, so other things that we haven't tried yet at all. We've done the balloon. Done that. You know what we haven't done yet? They've loaded Brazil in now. We should probably get it loaded in. So let's use the Archer Midnight and go to Brazil. What did they add in? Oh! This is new. So all we had in here yesterday was, and launch was World Update. Really? Modern, they're giving us modern. Oh, this is 2020. French Guiana, Suriname. All right, let's start with SBFI. Well, really? That doesn't look like, that's an international airport? Well, they're saying it's in here and it's fully realized, so... Yeah, I would imagine that they they wouldn't want you to be flying after getting your wisdom teeth out. Uh-huh. They have armed guards around here? What the hell? Keeps moving back. They've got to do more as we go down the road. They don't have to. And this is the realm of the modders, I guess. At the end of the day, it's still an MMO, and there's, you can add and do all kinds of crazy things. I was thinking something like Counter-Strike. Land at certain places. Here come some gorillas. Gotta hop out of your plane, run around. But they're so against any sort of like violence. Aim for the gas tanks. Aim for the gas tanks. Well, I hear him. Where the heck is he? Sounds like he's running. Yeah. Snuck up on us. Okay, Henning. We'll see you soon. All right, topped up. Ignore the engine malfunction stuff. It's bugged aircraft engine failure stuff. Come on, you guys have got to get it together. This is the showcase of the future. This is where we're going. And you're not helping yourself out, and you're not helping the cause out. And I hate having to say anything like that at all. These should work perfectly and flawlessly. And how long has it been out now? And you haven't addressed the problems with it. All right, so this is the first place they're featuring. Oh, really? You won't let me into it now? I'd better write them down. Okay, so, Man, everything's acting slow. All right, so there's some new stuff in here. I don't know if they've this is neat. It's not, I mean, this is something. There's something here. But it was on a gray screen before, so okay, this one's still just a shelves with nothing on it yet. Same here. Where's my pen? Oh, I got a computer. Just jotting some things down here. Give me a moment. Got the notepad out. So, SERJ, PSN, SMZO. Okay. And where we were, SBFI. More places to have gunfights in the middle of the jungle. Even more places. This one's a little bit more, you know, going wilder? Cartagena? Looks like we could have some pretty seedy adventures around here. Try not to get killed. Send lawyers, guns, and money. What is your name, gringo? Warren Zevon. it's such a trip to see them, you know, one, they're relatively small. They feel like military air bases, and because the level of security going into them, right? I mean, this stuff, mister, is locked down. The whole way approaching. My dad told me something that once when I was young, and it's weird, it stuck with me. In the last place we saw razor wire, and he said you need to pay attention to which direction the walls are facing. If it's meant to keep people out, the razor wire will be extended over where you're supposed to keep people out. If you have any that's facing in, it's meant to keep something in. I don't see any razor wire on this one. That last one for sure. Ah, there's some. Which way is it going? That one's just neutral. Same with that. So if it was on this one, it would be proper because it would be facing out. Wonder what kind of food we could get here. Fine. Gas station Brazilian food. I don't even know what Brazilian food. I can't even think of it like a Brazilian dish. All right. See if we can make this thing come to life a little bit more. So mostly we've been just doing environmental stuff, not really looking at the buildings. Whoa, our aircraft is really close to that tower. It drifted over. Gads. Should have put it in developer mode so we could make an easy transition over to the other locations. All right, so now the next one on the list is SMZO. Zorg. Zorg and Hoop. A lot greener. Doesn't look so seedy, but looks can be deceiving. Ah. cool bridge over there. Oh, my bad. You know what I should have been doing every time is when we get in here. Oops, wrong thing. Opening up Bushtalk Radio. So this lake behind us.
The Brokopondo Reservoir, officially named Professor Dr. Engineer W. J. van Blommestein Meer, is a large reservoir in Suriname. It is named after the Surakarta-born Dutch hydrological engineer. With a surface area of approximately 1,560 square kilometers, depending on the current water level, it is one of the largest reservoirs in the world, flooding nearly 1% of the country. The reservoir was created by constructing a Fabaka dam across the Suriname River between 1961 and 1964. The dam spanning the river is 54 meters tall and is built near the small town of Fabaka. The reservoir was put into service in 1965, but did not reach its optimal water level until 1971. Due to the great area of the reservoir, villages home to approximately 5,000 people had to be abandoned. Most displaced residents were moved to new villages downstream from the dam, in many cases with the same names as the previously abandoned hamlets.
So that'd be like way out there, that way. There's nothing else out here, pretty much. What do we have here?
Paramaribo is the capital and largest city of Suriname, located on the banks of the Suriname River in the Paramaribo district. Paramaribo has a population of roughly 241,000 people, almost half of Suriname's population. The historic inner city of Paramaribo has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 2002. Name: the city is named for the Paramaribo tribe living at the mouth of the Suriname River. The name is from Tupi Guarani Para large river Maribo inhabitants. History: the name Paramaribo is probably a corruption of the name of a native village, spelled Paramaribo in the earliest Dutch sources. This was the location of the first Dutch settlement, a trading post established by Nicolas Boerlestel and Dirk Clisson van Senen in 1613. English and French traders also tried to establish settlements in Suriname, including a French post established in 1644 near present-day Paramaribo.
Okay. Those churches look really nice. That one's just interesting down there. The architecture on that. Pavilion style. And then out there, that structure there, that's lovely. It's only 2.5 miles. Nothing there. Do 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 do. Shouldn't really be getting any drift. We should just be in a hover, but we're moving. Come on. Well, oh, it went into accelerate, not decelerate. What a drag. Come on, go to the right camera. It's not going to my drone. And they got this huge kind of ugly warehouse right next door. Got a bunch of ugly stuff right around it. He's painted. All right, so that's that. I guess we check out the bridge. That'd be about it. Military ops. Here's where we can pick up our weapons. Spy side? Yeah, exactly. Some adventures. TTS spy side, military operations. Where's the military ops? All right, I got a snapshot of that. Let me post that over there on the Microsoft Flight Simulator forum on YouTube, or not, on Twitter. Trader. Man, that was really highly detailed. Supposed to be a helicopter pad right here somewhere. Yep. It could be the wind, but she's not really doing a great job of doing a hold today. Well, come on now. Okay. Yeah, she's moving around. She's not holding she's not doing a stable hold. Okay. SYKA. That's what I got. Nothing's coming up. SV? Uh-huh. That's a drug smuggler's strip right there, folks. That's all that is. That's cartel territory. SOOM. Not giving us any landmarks. Or you gotta be down closer or what? Not getting anything. I think we'd be okay here. This is pretty touristy, you know, normie area. Just don't want to stray too far, I suppose. Okay, so now we're seeing some stuff. Everything's upside down, man. That's kind of nice. I'm gonna take a moment and let it load in. There's just a lot here, and you see it lagging a little bit. So anyway, it's time for the smoke break anyway. So smoke if you got them. I hear some frogs croaking. People are like, flying these VTOLs, that ain't flying. Folks, that is flying. Being able to time your, I mean, you can use autopilot stuff, which is going to make things a lot easier, but, you know, you've got to be able to time your nacelles. Like, when I was flying over towards those first two buildings, right? So moving it into free flight and moving it out of free flight back into hover mode, I mean, you still have to fly the thing. The rudders and the ailerons are reversed, so you got to get your head around that and develop muscle memory for that. Then there's the microcontrols when you're in a hover, getting your throttle adjusted just right. I haven't figured out how to make the thing go in reverse yet, which is a darn shame. That would have helped with that landing. Yeah, I don't think in the future, as we keep going forward, Microsoft should really now, what they've got this virtual world going on, they should, I don't know, if it was me, they're already providing the world's greatest simulator for the most part, but as the engines keep improving and the things that you should be able to do in this when you're on the ground, so a whole other different MMO modules built onto this that can interact with this if you have them, you know. So it might not even be the same package. It'd just be it'd be, you know, an add-on you can get, but something that you could also get as a standalone. For example, Microsoft Golf, right? They've got all the golf courses built in this virtual twin. Okay. So why not release Microsoft Golf? Okay. But if you have Microsoft Golf and you have Microsoft Flight Simulator under your ground services, one of the things you'd want to learn anyway in aviation is when you were on the ground, how do you book a hotel room? How do you get to some place? How do you go eat somewhere? How do you go, whatever? That's all handled with Unicom. All right, so there are services for pilots on the Unicom channel, the Unicorn channel. And so let's say we had Microsoft Golf. You could tune to ground, but then tune to Unicom. And then set up 9 or 18 of Microsoft Golf in a multiplayer group situation and click go. And then it just loads into that. The sky's the limit, and it's not going to take away anything. Again, we're only just adding to it. But where we're at technologically, that's not in the realm of impossible at all. So there is a way for lots of different simming activities to be sold as standalone and as larger Microsoft World, Microsoft Planet, Microsoft Space, and other things. Like, where is the tie-in with the History Channel? All the ancient alien sites with Giorgio, narrated by Giorgio, and you get Giorgio popping up in the little corner down there saying, hey, I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. Get that narrator, all the good narrations from the ancient aliens. Kind of like Bushtalk Radio, when you fly over a site, you get your audio. So that you can use Unicom and explore ancient alien site. So little cutscene of you getting in the car, driving over there while it's loading in your ancient alien site. Then you have this awesome ancient alien tour guide with Giorgio, and let's see if we can just stay at a hover.
Rio de Janeiro, or simply Rio, is anchored to the Rio de Janeiro metropolitan area and the second most populous municipality in Brazil and the sixth most populous in the Americas. It is the capital of the state of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil's third most populous state. Part of the city has been designated as a World Heritage Site, named Rio de Janeiro. Carioca landscapes between the mountain and the sea, oil, mining, and telecommunications companies, including two of the country's major corporations, Petrobras and Vale, and Latin America's largest telemedia conglomerate, Grupo Globo. Despite the high perception of crime, the city actually has a lower incidence of crime than most state capitals in Brazil. Goleão Antonio Carlos Jobim International Airport is used for all international and most domestic flights. Besides linking Rio to the rest of Brazil with domestic flights, Goleão has connections to 19 countries. It has the capacity to handle up to 30 million users a year in 2 passenger terminals. It is located 12 miles from downtown Rio. The airport complex also has Brazil's longest runway at 13,123 feet, and one of South America's largest cargo logistics terminals. Santos Dumont Airport is used mainly by the services to Sao Paulo, located on Guanabara Bay just a few blocks from the heart of downtown Rio. It operates only shuttle flights to and from Congonhas Airport in Sao Paulo, along with regional aviation. Jacarepaguá Roberto Marinho Airport is used by General Aviation and is home to the Aero Club do Brasil, Brazil Flying Club. The airport is located in the district of Baixada de Jacarepaguá, within the municipality of Rio de Janeiro, approximately 19 miles from the city center. Military airports include the Goleão Air Force Base, a Brazilian Air Force airbase, sharing some facilities with Goleão, Antonio Carlos Jobim International Airport, Santa Cruz Air Force Base, built by the Luftschifbau Zeppelin, today one of the most important Air Force bases in Brazil. Afonso's Air Force Base is one of the historical Brazilian Air Force air bases. It is also the location of the Air Force University.
Well, that was quite long. What I did not do, can I get it from here? It's not doing a auto recharge. So to me, this is flying. I need to make this thing a little bit more stable. I've got all the graphics pumped up for this area, and it's pretty high def. But like even with helicopters coming in for a landing, it's everything about it is stressful. This thing has auto landing assist. You just keep pushing it to the ground, and it'll get you down softly. What a great improvement. Brighten it up a tiny bit. I like the nightlife. Tribunal de Justica. Bad boys, what you gonna do? This is Rio. Verona. Oh. This is so much more relaxing than, I mean, everything about flying is so stressful. One moment, that's Chris. Please like and subscribe. You'll be making Christine really happy. Hello, Christine. Tell everybody to like and subscribe so you'll be happy.
Like and subscribe, or else.
You won't be happy.
I will not be happy.
Okay.
I'll let you go.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Told you she exists. But again, isn't this so much more comfortable? Right now we're just holding here. 18 knots. There's 17. 16. 14. 12. 11. 9. 8. 6. 5. 3. 3. 2. 1 knot. Are we following though? May not be the best at it yet, but I think you feel me. In a helicopter, this, for me at the moment, it's pretty treacherous, and trying to get your landing right. Yeah. So much less stress. I love it. Absolutely love it.
The Museum of Tomorrow is a science museum in the city of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It was designed by Spanish neo-futuristic architect Santiago Calatrava and built next to the waterfront at Pier Mauá. Its construction was supported by the Roberto Marinho Foundation and cost approximately 230 million reais. The building was opened on December 17, 2015, with President Dilma Rousseff in attendance. The main exhibition takes visitors through 5 main areas: Cosmos, Earth, Anthropocene, Tomorrow, and us via a number of experiments and experiences. This intricate yet captivating museum mixes science with an innovative design to focus on sustainable cities and an ecological world. The museum was part of the city's port area renewal for the 2016 Summer Olympics.
Cool. So, I argue this is still flying. And it takes a different mindset. But this is absolutely still flying. Copacabana. Oh, nice football or stadium down there. It looks like a little town inside of the stadium.
Maracanã, officially named Estádio Jornalista Mário Filho, is a stadium in Rio de Janeiro. The stadium is part of a complex that includes an arena known by the name of Maracanãzinho, which means the Little Maracanã in Portuguese. Owned by the Rio de Janeiro state government, it is, as is the Maracanã neighborhood where it is located, named after the Rio Maracanã, a now canalized river in Rio de Janeiro. The stadium was opened in 1950 to host the FIFA World Cup, in which Brazil was beaten 2-1 by Uruguay in the deciding game, in front of 199,854 spectators on the 16th of July 1950. The venue has seen attendances of 150,000 or more at 26 occasions, the last being on the 29th of May 1983, as 155,253 spectators watched Flamengo beat Santos 3-0. The stadium has seen crowds of more than 100,284 times. But as terraced sections have been replaced with seats over time, and after the renovation for the 2014 FIFA World Cup, its original capacity has been reduced to the current 78,838, but it remains the largest stadium in Brazil. The stadium is mainly used for football matches between the major football clubs in Rio de Janeiro, including Flamengo, Fluminense, Botafogo, and Vasco da Gama. It has also hosted a number of concerts and other sporting events. The total attendance at the last game of the 1950 World Cup was 199,854, making it the world's largest stadium by capacity when it was inaugurated. After its 2010 to 2013 renovation, the rebuilt stadium currently seats 78,838 spectators, making it the largest stadium in Brazil and the second in South America after Estadio Monumental in Peru. It was the main venue of the 2007 Pan American Games, hosting the football tournament and the opening and closing ceremonies. The Maracanã was partially rebuilt in preparation for the 2013 FIFA Confederations Cup and the 2014 World Cup, for which it hosted several matches, including the final. It also served as the venue for the opening and closing ceremonies of the 2016 Summer Olympics and Paralympics, with the main track and field events taking place at the Estadio Olímpico.
Okay, something I like to do when we were doing the world tour is when we would stop into a stadium. Okay, me and you, and anybody else who watches this live stream and reruns, we're all part of a football team, right? And we're going to take on the Brazilian team here. Okay. So I'm going to grab my D&D dice, and I'm going to set up. They're good. You know they're good. We know they are good down here. They love it. So we're going to have to give them some pluses. So it's not going to be like a difficulty class 10. We're going to have to go with something like a difficulty class 15 if we're following Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rules. So, and I'm not going to give us any pluses. We're just ordinary people. Okay. So we need to roll a 15 or better. with no pluses. So we'll get a D20. All right. Here we go. Blow that whistle. Let's start this game. Look at that. A 15 or better, and we win. So just some ordinary people decided to hop out, skydive down, take a rope, whatever. We came down. We challenged the local team, and we just happened to get lucky and beat the local team. This is always fun to determine. We'll roll a percentile dice. When we're here, okay, here's a good one. While we're here, are we going to score some good food? Okay, so anything over like 50%, we're going to get some good food. Look at that, 79%. So we're all pretty happy with the food we got. All right. Let's see if anybody tries to take advantage of us because we're tourists. So anything over 60%, and they're going to try to take us. 1. Okay, we're cool. All right. So that took some timing, didn't it? Right? So again, you still have to learn how to fly. I mean, just judging that timing. And I'm sure, again, using autopilot, and I don't have the autopilot all set yet. And I don't know how to make it pick spots. And either way, I guess it has a really great way of getting you right to your destinations as well. But just flying manually, timing that deceleration down so that I could stop right over the top of this thing. So try flying this thing around. It's not as easy as you think. There's the big showcase piece down here, the Christ the Redeemer. So go ahead and put it back into forward flight. Or not. Oh, I have it paused. Bye, stadium. This is the perfect ride for any superhero or supervillain, I suppose. I mean, this is totally something Batman would want. Copacabana Beach out there. Tell me this ain't flying. Like a pimp. There's Ipanema. Whoa. Oh, shoot. That's the last thing I want to do. Hit the statue. Sorry, Lord. So the girl from Ipanema. Oh, crap. No, we're going to be in a cycle of death, a loop of death. Ah! Ah! Yeah, the only downfall is not paying attention to your battery. Trying to get the view just right so we get to see the fall past the statue. Yeah, and she's not like that's probably the biggest problem right there. One, the batteries don't last long enough. So we need better batteries. We probably need hybrid aircraft like this. You've got to have some fuel, man. And there's got to be a function that as it gets to a depleting point, like bingo, okay? So in certain military aircraft, you get a call out when you're low fuel. It's like a bingo call, something like that. So we need a bingo for this thing. So one, it lets you know that, hey, you're running out of fuel, but an auto system that just says at a certain bingo, it has to go to it'll take over and go to the nearest place and put you down. If you're not doing it, it'll do it. Or it's got a, like in a helicopter, they call it auto rotation. If there was nothing underneath it, we might have gotten down. Anyway, there also needs to be like an emergency battery just to pull off a landing. Something, because we obviously can't have that happening. Always still comes down to the pilot. Wasn't that fun, though? Something a little bit different this afternoon. What time is it? That's time to wrap it up. Time it is. So thanks for joining me this afternoon, doing something a little bit different. I'm going to continue watching the tutorials on the airship and hope to do something fun. That'd be perfect for this kind of stuff too. Once I can figure that out, it'll be so nice for doing cruises and using Bushtalk and the dice and having fun. So thanks again, and I will see you tomorrow. Same Skydude channel, same Skydude time approximately.